What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, peeps? What's going on? This is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from Atlanta, Georgia. And it's been a while since I did a live video, but I'm doing one today because I don't have time to do the video editing that I would usually do for the video. So, for you guys that like the editing, I'm sorry. Also, or please forgive me. I don't like to say I'm sorry. Sorry is a weak word. So if you guys chiming in, hit me up. Let me know where you guys are coming from. Today I want to talk about 4 super duper mistakes that can really kill your cash flow when it comes to your vehicle. You know, your vehicle is your tool. It is the source of. It's basically the source of your cash flow. And I had some stuff happen, so I'm going to share my story with you guys about my cash flow. Now, I would love to have it hooked up where I usually have my little stand there, but today I don't have the stand because my car is in the shop and I forgot to take the stand out of the car. All right, so I forgot to take a lot of things out of the car, but it's all good. Now, I want you guys to understand something. The rideshare game, for me, I mean, it may be different for you. For me, it's about freedom. And I just went through some stuff this past couple of days, since my last video. Go ahead and check that video out. I had the Amazon stuff on, and I talked about biting off more than you can chew, and it was about getting rest. But that same day my car went out, it put itself in limp home mode. It wouldn't get any power. And so I just had to sit. I had to sit for a couple of days. Luckily, through some friends, I was able to make some things happen. Big shouts out to my friends, my True Rider family. But I was able to make some things happen, and so I have another vehicle. But I want to talk to you guys. I got 4 things. I wrote it down on a pizza box, y'all. I wrote it down on a pizza box. So I was like, okay, I gotta talk to my people about what happened with my car. Okay, so big vehicle mistakes. Number 1, all right. Number 1, not doing regular maintenance on your car. Now, the turbo light or something like that, the vehicle turbo positioning sensor on my car, the light was on. Sometimes it would go off. I never got it. I never took care of it. Shame on me. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shame on me. So I'm telling you guys these things because I don't want them to happen to you. So, if you need to make sure you're doing regular maintenance on your vehicle, at least getting your oil changed, tires rotated, and just making sure you're taking care of your car. Why? Because that is the number 1 tool besides your cell phone. That is the number 1 tool for you to make money. Okay. Now, if your car goes down, boom, what are you gonna do? And we're gonna talk about that too. That's number 3. But let's stick with number 1. Plan. You got to really plan this thing out about having your car and getting out here and doing Uber and Lyft with your car. All right, so serious. I can't tell if anybody's sending me any chats since I have the phone turned horizontal, but this thing was serious for me, right? So the car went down, and one thing I've learned how to do, I've learned not to panic. You're always going to go through challenges. If you're focusing on, if you start panicking, if you start breathing, one thing I put, I just breathe. That whole day I was breathing because the car was starting to give me trouble, right? And I had an Amazon block. I had packages in the car. I knew I couldn't put any riders in the car, because the car was acting funny. So I had to finish up my Amazon block knowing that the car, had started acting up. So the main thing you got to do, right? Don't panic. Remember, do not panic. There is a solution to your situation. And I'm going to tell you guys what I ended up doing. I looked at it like there's an answer. What is it that I need to be doing? What's in the best interest of me? What's in the best interest of my family? I sat down with a whiteboard. I went home with a whiteboard, y'all, and started marking things off. All right, just writing things down so I could, get the best make the best logical choice. And sometimes you have to ask yourself, what's the best logical choice? So if you guys feel me on that first one, it's simple. It seems like common sense, but a lot of people won't do it. All right. Number one was not doing regular maintenance. Number two, not setting aside money for the repairs. Even minor, that includes minor and major repairs. You have got to set aside some money. I was watching Kimberly CEO Driver. I'm always going to shout out people that I really listen to and I really get some value out of their videos or their blog posts or whatever. I'm always going to shout these people out. And she talked about having like separate accounts for different things. So like even for paid time off. And so she's doing this thing where everybody's doing the paid time off. Hey, Davin, what's happening? I'm doing good, man. Thanks for chiming in. So you need to put some money aside for when you're gonna have days where you need to have your car repaired. You gotta do it. Your car is a machine. You know, it's parts are gonna break down. You're not just gonna have a flat tire every now and then. We run these cars so hard, and that's a bonus tip. Don't fall in love with your car. If you're in love with your car, then you do not need to be doing the ride share game. I'm telling you this. And you should probably do it part-time if you're in love with your car. All right? Because if you do it full-time, we're going to put some miles on these cars. These cars are going to take a beating. And that is why the monies that we earn, it's not about how much Uber's paying us. It's not about how much Lyft is paying us. I don't care about that. It doesn't matter. Take a portion of what you earn. Number one, you need to pay yourself first. Save 10% of that money. Number two, you need to make sure you have some kind of fund, like a rainy day fund. I hate to say that, just rainy day, because stuff happens, like an emergency fund. Dave Ramsey talks about that, and Kimberly referenced Dave Ramsey as well. Having that emergency fund, having $500 saved up, save you some money, $20 out of each day or something. Save it, and then you'll have it just in case something happens. You never know. You never know. That was the last thing I expected, was for the car to go down, right? But it happened. I didn't have any control over it, or so I thought. Okay. So number three, I'm going to keep this rolling with you guys. Number three is not having a plan if your car goes down. I put up a poll earlier today, and I wanted to know if people had a plan if their car go down, especially if you're full-time like me. Do you have a plan? Man, the knock sensor went out on my car. So the turbo was already having some challenges, Davin. I appreciate you asking. Yeah, the knock sensor went out on the car. I'm not sure. It's getting a diagnostic tomorrow, so I'm prepared for that. All right. Yeah, I'm prepared to have the car diagnosed. The end game, I don't know what's going to be the end game for the car. Not a big deal. I'm driving another car because the cash flow has to keep going. But what's your plan if your car goes down? Because it is possible. Sometimes it doesn't seem like things could happen, but they can happen. Like toward December of last year, I had an accident in my car. And so I had to get a rental car. I had to go through the whole thing where, picking up people. Well, this is not the car that's on the profile, and that sucks, man. That really, 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 really sucks. So, you want to keep all of that in mind when you're out here driving. But if your car breaks down, what other options do you have? So there's, Uber and Lyft both have rental car programs, right? So the rental car with Hertz, that program didn't work. I didn't pass the soft credit check. I didn't pass. Didn't even realize that they were going to do that. Not a big deal. Go to the next option. And the thing about that, if you're doing the Hertz car with Uber, you can only do Uber. You can't do Lyft with it. And then in the clauses, they don't want you doing any other commercial business with that car. So you're not supposed to be doing Amazon. You're not supposed to be doing Postmates, DoorDash, whatever you're doing with the car. Instacart, whatever. You're not supposed to be doing that. You're only supposed to be doing Uber. Lyft's program is the exact same way. You're not supposed to be doing these other things. So that's cutting your income down. That's cutting your income down. You got to think like that. Well, how can I win? That's the question you need to be asking yourself. How can I win first? Okay, how can I win first? So I started looking at hire car, and hire cars, their system was so jacked up. I was like, it's not gonna work. And one of my buddies, Darlene, big shouts out to you, Darlene, if you're listening to this. Darlene put me on to a guy who did vehicles rental vehicles, rent to own vehicles, and it's for other rideshare drivers, and he's part of what I'm going to talk about next is number four tip, right? The big mistakes that people don't have. My account is still on hold because of my driving record. Take some driving defense class today and pass so I can get some points off. That's a good idea. Hey man, Davin, you got to do what you got to do, the most logical thing. Sometimes we stress over things, but we're not doing the most logical things. Take the emotion out of it. You know, they were telling you, there were days, even just these past little 3 or 4 days, my mind would want to get into a worry mindset, right? And I'm like, no, we're not doing worry. We're not doing fear. I'm a conqueror. We're conquerors. I can't say we're rideshare road warriors. I can't say we're road warriors if we're not being warriors. Warriors go through stuff. It's not that they don't have fear, but they act in spite of it. They're courageous. And so you got to do that, Davin. Yes, do what makes sense. Take that course, man. Get those points down and get out here. And the next time, I bet when you get out here, you'll have more wisdom. Kudos to you, man, for taking action. This is your life, man. And so having that plan is so important. It is so, so, so very important. What would happen? So I went through hire car, gave me the runaround. And so I finally, hooked up with one of the people in my Facebook group, and that's piggybacks into your network. You need to lean on your network. Okay. So I met this gentleman yesterday. I conversed with him back and forth. So he told me what I needed to do to get the car, to get on the road, and boom, I'm in a different car now. All right. So I miss I miss the other car. Trust me, I do. And I'm going to see what's going on with the other car. But cash flow is king, and you should not, I'm telling you, you got to be thinking about your cash flow, and you always got to keep your ultimate vision in mind of where you want to go. You've got to keep it in mind. Don't stop that. No matter what's going on, keep that vision in your mind. Keep that vision in your mind. Keep that vision in your mind. And then you'll start to get answers. Don't ask me how it works. It works. Okay? You'll start to get the right answers because you're holding on to your vision. Don't ever sacrifice your vision for anything. Anything. Okay? Don't ever sacrifice your vision for anything, because the universe, and I'm getting a little metaphysical here, the universe will bend and move and create things and make things happen for you. You can say angels, whatever you want to say. You can say God. It doesn't matter. All those things, if you're serious about what you want and what your vision is, every day I say this affirmation, and it's my vision is it's like a ruthless dictator who doesn't care how I feel or what my circumstances are. I learned that from a business coach, and I stick to that. That means a lot to me. So if you're focused like that, right? If you're focusing your energy on where you want to go, then these little things that are become like little challenges, little mosquitoes, obstacles. Obstacles are what you see when you take your mind off your goal. All right, keep your mind on your goal. So having that plan, I'm back out here on the road. I just went through what was the most logical thing. I knew I didn't want to get a Lyft vehicle because I didn't want to be limited to doing Lyft rides only, and Lyft doesn't have the bigger market share here in Atlanta. So you got to be smart. Use your book sense. Use your common sense. Okay. Use your street smarts. Use all of that stuff, and then you at the most highest level, use your spiritual sense to figure out how to move through. Now, the fourth thing I'm going to tell you guys: The fourth mistake that people do, drivers do, is they don't lean on their network, or they don't have a network at all. If it wasn't for my network of friends, I can't tell you guys where I'd be at today. Yeah, I'm one of the top drivers. I'm a top guy, man. I'm a 4.99, out of 5 on Uber and a 5.0 on Lyft. If you guys need me to screenshot that, I will. But I don't have to lie about it. I'm happy about that, but I couldn't have got to that point if I didn't have the people surrounding me to help push me, to help guide me, to help me learn more about the rideshare game and to approach this game like a business. I'm so serious, guys. I'm so serious. So your network. Whoo, you guys got me fired up today. I have been doing rideshare for 5 years. No. March 2014 makes 5 years. So I've been in the rideshare game for 5 years. I took maybe like a year off or something like that, and then I came back doing it part-time, and I went full-time. I've been full-time for 3 years since July the 9th. All right, July the 9th coming up. That'll make my 3-year anniversary of me not having to say, can I take a day off, or, I need 2 weeks, can I get a cash advance, and asking permission. I'm so big on not asking for permission. Is it the wisest thing in the world? I wouldn't recommend anybody, quit their job. There was somebody, one of my commenters, it's a funny guy. One of my commenters, he said, how you gonna downplay people having a legitimate job, and I'm like, I didn't downplay anybody. I put in my one of my posts that Racetrack was hiring. I don't know if you guys saw that post. Racetrack was hiring. If you're more comfortable, if you feel better with security, then go toward what you consider security, which is having a job, which is having benefits. If that's okay for you, then great. If you feel better doing that, I feel better doing rideshare. Never once did it cross my mind when my car went out for me to go out and fill out some applications. It never once crossed my mind, okay? Because this is who I am. I am an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs figure things out. We're solutions providers, okay? Not to other people, but to ourselves as well. There is a solution. And when you're a real spiritual person, you understand that there's a divine right solution, and there may be more than one solution if you're willing to find it, if you're willing to take the time to go look for it. But you have got to rely on your network. You have got to have a plan, contingency plan, just in case something happens. You need to save money, put the money aside, and you need to do regular maintenance on your car. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this Facebook Live up. Well, it's not a Facebook Live. Y'all, I'm so used to doing Facebook Live. I was doing Facebook Lives like every day at one point in time. Every single day on mindset, marketing, and leadership. So I haven't done too many Facebook Lives on the rideshare driving tips for my road warriors. And I'm going to ask you guys something too. I'm going to put it in the poll, but I have a question for you guys. Wonder if it's something that you'd be interested in doing. I think it would be really, really cool if we did a t-shirt, if everybody had like a t-shirt to really like build this community up. There's so many things where people are trying to tear you down, but at this point we need solidarity. We need to learn from each other. I want you guys to learn from my mistakes so you won't have to go through the same thing. And, I'll probably get some trolls in the comments saying, oh, you should have known that. That's dumb. You're stupid or whatever. You shouldn't listen. I wouldn't listen to you. Da, 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 da. Hey, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers. You're not in my shoes. I'm not in your shoes. It's not for me to judge you. Please don't judge me. But even if you do, I don't care. I don't care. It's not, I'm not for you if my message is not for you, if that makes sense. My message is for those who want to hear my message. It's not for everybody. All right. So hope you got some value out of this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to it. And if you need coaching, not a mechanic, I'm definitely not a mechanic, but if you need coaching, click on the links below about the coaching, and I'll be glad to help you guys out. Man, I'm happy to be back out here on the road. You know, I'm meeting people. Had fun last night meeting people, and I'm about ready to turn the apps back on. It's 5:24. I'll probably go strong again for probably till about 11, really. Take a break, another break somewhere in between, and then go strong. There's a concert tonight. It's going to be a big concert at what we call here Chastain Amphitheater, and that I usually pretty much get some really good rides from there. So once again, you guys got me on Facebook Live. Thanks, Davin. Yeah, man, it is crazy out here. Hey, one thing I didn't say is you got to stay prayed up out here. You have got to stay prayed up because there are some crazy people out here on the road. We don't really know who we're putting in these cars, but I totally believe that I totally believe we attract who we are. You know, if you're a peaceful person, you're a praying person, you're going to attract praying people to you. All right. And then I totally believe that you're going to be protected no matter what. So when people ask, am I afraid to do, are you afraid you're picking up strangers? Man, I'm over 10,000 rides. I'm not afraid at all. All right. So yes, Davin, thank you for saying be safe, man. It is crazy, but hey, we got to do it. It's money out here in the street, and the money that we want. And I want you guys to remember this. Remember this. The money that you want is sitting in the pockets of people. It is our job to figure out how to get them to happily and gladly give that money to us willingly. All right. Remember that. I'm out. Peace. How do you stop this thing? Okay, there we go. Got it.